Delta math, this is going to be a little bit harder for me to go over since you have different problems, but I'll give it a shot. First of all, for those of you that are still having a hard time getting into Delta math, or maybe you just don't remember your username or password, please email me and I can get that to you. Let's say you're creating a Delta math account for the first time. Well, first you go to create account. Now many of you already have this, so this doesn't apply to you. You click student, you put in the teacher code, and well, let's see what my code is here. 112932. So I'll go ahead and put that in there. Oh, I'll just say I'm in my first block, and my name is student, and my last name is, tell you what, my first name is amazing, my last name is student. Oh, let me give me a username. We'll say amazing student 1. Not going to tell you my password. All right, create account. I am in. So let me go ahead and do that. And let's see. Oh, I got all this stuff here, all this late stuff. But you know what? You know what's due? What's this quarter is properties of logarithms. So I'm going to click on that. And let me do a few here. So evaluate logarithms level 1, level 3. By the way, I'm going to change this late date so it's not appearing late to you because some of you are just getting to it now. So don't worry about anything below here. Focus on this logarithm stuff because all this stuff was quarter 3. Okay, evaluate logarithms level 1. Let's see, what's the value of log of 4 of 256? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Desmos, since in a previous lesson I taught you how to use a calculator to get that. So we're going to type in log base 4 of 256. What we'll do is we'll do log shift minus sign 4, right arrow 256. That is one way to do it. If you watched the video for day 3, you also saw change base formula, which is you could take just log of 256 divided by log of 4. So if you want to use the change of base formula so you don't have to deal with the shift button or going into your calculator, you can do it that way too. But the answer to that one is 4. So let's go ahead and put a 4 in there and submit our answer. Nice, nice, nice. I'll do a couple more. Let's see, next problem. Log base 4 of 64. Well, let's see, log of 64 divided by log of 4, or log shift minus 4, right arrow 64. 3. So my answer is 3. And we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. I got to get 5 of these done. So let's maybe do level 3. Let's see how that, ooh, that looks tougher. Log base 9 of 127. So let's see, I would do either log of, ooh, I gotta use parentheses, 127 divided by log of 9. Or I could do log shift minus 9 parentheses 1 divided by 27. Negative 1.5. Let's submit it and check it. Nice, nice. Negative 1.5 is the answer, or, you know, you can solve it by hand too, but why would we do that? Let's do log of 64 of 1/4. So I would do log of parentheses 1 divided by 4 divided by log of 64. Is that right? Log shift minus 64 parentheses 1 divided by 4. Now notice that's a repeating decimal. So if I'm going to enter that in, I want to type that as a fraction. All right, so if you want to click to a fraction, you click this button here. And I don't want to put negative 0.3 or 0.33 because it's going to count it wrong. It needs an exact answer. So I'm going to say negative 1 divided by 3. So I type negative 1/3. Yes, 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 yes. Let's do one more of these and then we'll move on to a different topic. Log base 243 of 9. So log shift minus 243, right arrow, 9. Or log of 9 divided by log of 243. Now, because this is an exact decimal, you can type in 0.4 or 2 divided by 5. That's your choice. So let's be fancy and do 2 over 5. So hopefully you get the idea. Now let's go back to a different topic, condensing logarithms. Let's see what's going on with that. So to condense logarithms, you're going to want some paper for this one. You want some paper for this one. What you're going to do for the paper part is, let me switch to my my camera here. So 6 log A minus G log C. All right, now if you watch the video for this, for condensing logarithms, Ms. Edwards did a good job of working that out. Here's how you would do this specific problem. And so anytime you want to condense a log, there's basically 2 big rules. A minus will convert to division, and a plus will convert to times. I want to write this as one logarithm. So I'm going to put log. But before I do that, I need to take the number that's out to the left of the log, and I need to move it and put it in the exponent for what's in the log. So that 6 is going to I call it power up, okay? I don't know if you watched the video if that was in there or not. Power up is what I call it. And I'm going to take that G, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to power up. So it's going to be rewritten as log of a to the 6 minus log of c to the g. Okay. Now, once you got it into 2 separate logs where there's no coefficient, then you can do the quotient property. So the quotient property is saying that if you're going to do minus, you're going to do a fraction, and on the top of that fraction is going to go the whatever's in the first log. So a to the 6 power. And the denominator of that fraction will go whatever's in the second log. So c to the g power. Don't try to evaluate anything. So what I want to type in is this: log a to the 6 over c to the g. Now it already has the log here. So what you're going to do is you're going to press the slash button to pull up a fraction. Okay, you're going to do a raised to the 6th power. And then on the denominator, do c raised to the g power. And then you should be good. Submit your answer. And that's what you want it to look like. And well, that's it. It doesn't give you much going on here. It basically powered that stuff up. Let's do a couple more so you can see. Okay, so this is another minus, so it's going to be division. Let me write it down. Okay, 7 log of b minus log of q. So with this one, I have a 7 I can power up. So I'm going to power that up there, put a 7 there. Here I don't have anything. So I don't have anything to power up, but it's going to be log b to the 7 minus log of q. So now we do the quotient property. We say log, and in the parentheses, you're going to do b to the 7th over just q. So all I got to do is put the b to the 7 over q because it already has the log written for that. So I would go hit the slash bar for the fraction. B, shift 6, remember shift 6. Wish you could see me typing on my keyboard, but if you press shift and 6, it's going to put the exponent. You can type in whatever you want, and then you can put q on the denominator, and good deal. I want a problem with Yeah, I'm gonna keep giving up until I get a new problem. All right, I'm gonna give one with a plus so you can see the difference. So you're gonna get some with pluses. I just got I'm unlucky and I didn't get any in pluses for a little while. So y log of a plus z log of b. All right, let me transfer to my camera here. So with this one, you still got to power up. So you're going to bring these up here, log a to the y, log b to the z. So it's going to look like log a to the y plus log b to the z. Now the difference between minus and plus, minus is division, plus is multiplication. So what you're going to do is you're going to write log, and then in the parentheses it's going to be times. It's basically going to be a to the y times b to the z. Multiplication. So a to the y times b to the z. So how you input that in here, if you could do a raised to the y power. Now, if you want to put the time symbol, that's going to be shift 8. That's going to put a little dot there. That's multiplication. You don't really need it though. If you do shift 6 and b to the z power, that's going to be implied that those do get multiplied when you don't put anything between them. So that's how you do the product ones, the multiplication. All right, let's pick a new skill, condensing numerical logarithms. Okay, in this one, write the expression below as a single logarithm in its simplest form. So the goal here is not just to condense them, but to minimize the number of values you write. So I have 3 log base b of 3 minus log base b of 3. So the first thing is this is a minus, so it's going to be division. Let's put my camera on so you can see me writing. So this will be, in the end, log base b of something divided. All right, now to start with this, I first got to power up again. So I got 3. That 3 is going to go up there. I don't have a number here, so I don't power up here. So it's going to be log base 3 of 3 to the 3rd power. But guys, this is not just, these aren't letters. So 3 to the 3rd power has a number, okay? 3 times 3 times 3. You can use your calculator for that, or just think about what that is. If you do it, think about it long enough, you'll be able to figure out what 3 times 3 times 3 is. That's 3 to the 3 to the power, what is that? That's 27. So this is really log base b of 27 minus log base b of 3. So now we got it to a point where we have the 2 logs, same base, so we're just going to write b there since there's no number given for that base. And then in the parentheses, because it's minus, it's going to be division. So we would say 27 divided by 3. But we're not done because we can divide those 2 numbers. So you would go to your calculator and you would divide 27 and 3, unless you already know it. And most of you probably know 27 divided by 3 is 9. But if you didn't, use your calculator and you do log base b of 9. Now we don't have a number for b, so you can't just put this whole thing in your calculator and figure it out. You have to be able to at least do some of this work by hand. So log base b of 9 is what you want to type. Don't put in this, it'll count it wrong. It needs it as most simplified form. So I'm gonna do, it already has the base b. So all you gotta do is put that number in there. Lucky you. Don't put 27 divided by 3, put 9. In fact, here, hold on. If I just put 27 divided by 3, it'll probably count it wrong. The answer is not correct. I got three attempts. I gotta put the simplified answer here. All right, so we do all this work, and you can see the work that same thing I did, but you gotta put the simplified number. Let's do one more, okay? Write the expression below as a single logarithm in simplest form. So we have 2 log base b of 4 plus log base b of 6. I'm going to transfer that to my camera again. Okay, here I want to power up. So it's going to be 4 to the second power. That's 4 squared, that's 16, 4 times 4. So it's going to be log base b of 16 plus log base b of 6. Plus will turn into multiplication when you write it as a single log. So it's really going to be log base b of 16 multiplied by 6. But because you are able to multiply 16 and 6, it's going to need that as a simplified number. So 16 times 6, I believe, is 96. So we'll write that as log base b of 96. And it looks like these are already set for you to just type in the number in the parentheses. So 96 it is. And we got it. All right, that's basically the way you work out those problems. And so last thing is we want to be able to expand the logarithm. So we can condense, we can expand, we can do change of base. How do I expand a log? Well, I'm going to start with writing that down, noting if it's going to be times or division. So in this case, it's log x over y to the 5th. Well, that's division. So watch how I do this one. Log of x over y to the 5th, division turns into subtraction turns into division when you're condensing. So division turns back into subtraction if you're expanding. So I first want to do log of x minus log of y to the 5th. Right, so that's my first step, is to get it into a subtraction, get it into 2 logs. Now, if I have an exponent, and in the previous problems, we brought the number out front to the exponent to condense it. Well, if we're expanding it, we don't want the exponent. So our next step is to bring this down in front of whatever log that is in. So I have log of x minus, now I'm going to put the 5 first, 5 times log of y. Now, it's really not good practice to write those parentheses every time you do it. So you'll just type in, I think, I'll double check it. We'll do it this way first. Log of x minus 5 log of y. You don't need to type in a times or parentheses. It's going to recognize it based off of the way it's written here. So that's what I'm going to test first. Log of x minus 5 log of y. Log of x minus 5 log of y. Nice. And it's going to show it worked out too if you get it wrong, so no big deal. Let's do one more. Okay, we got log of 9 x to the 4th power. Let me write this down. We'll transfer it to handwork. It's always good to have paper on you when you're working these out. A lot of you try to do these in your head or you just guess. That's not helping you out, is it? Use paper. I know I put a lot of stuff on the computer, but that shouldn't excuse you having to be able to use scratch work. I should know, I'm pretty sloppy. I need to be able to work out a lot. So this is, division turns into subtraction. This is times, so it's going to turn into addition. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to split that into log of 9 plus log of x to the 4th. Okay, this is times because there's no operation written with it. So log of 9 plus log of x to the 4th. Now, just like this 5 here, I got to bring down this 4. So that's going to go out front. 9 didn't have anything, so it's going to be log of 9 plus 4 times log of x. And again, I don't need the times symbol or the parentheses, so log of 9 plus 4 log of x. Now, out of curiosity, I'm gonna put it in with the times symbol in the parentheses and just see if it accepts that. That way, if you accidentally, put that in there, it doesn't count wrong. So let's just see. 4 times log of x. Log parentheses 9 plus 4 times log of x. Well, takes it. Cool. So yeah, you can put that in there if you want. All right, well, I've worked out several of these problems. I know yours are different, but hopefully that's enough to help you kind of get an idea of what to do with these problems. So I will answer any additional questions if you have. All you got to do is holler out to me, and I'll be there. All right, guys, see you later.